Hello, Freedom Meerkat here. Welcome to another episode of Let's Pray. I was a teenage Exocolonist. I guess that I should, or for starters, I should relax. But then I should, try to get my persuasion up. You know what? Some of these challenges are pretty hard. It would be useful as long as I have other things to replace them with for me to have better cards. Of me. Yep. I think the way we're going to get that is going here, so it's time for your end-of-term humanities project. You, Tang, and Mars are all very excited to finish this project, showing everything you've learned in this subject so far. How helps you come up with your project idea? Pretend your students 500 years from now when you're learning about the first colony of Autumna. What sources of information would you be reading, watching, or listening to in order to learn about life back then? Create one of these artifacts for future students of the humanities. That does sound like a cool project. We should write a textbook, Tang says, during a brainstorming session. The more we show we've learned, the more likely we'll pass the test. All we have to do is make sure everything is in there and we're done. Mars rolls her eyes. That's so boring, Tang, she whines, putting her head on Tang's shoulder. Who wants to write a literal book? We should do something fun and stylish. Like, oh, we could make a music video. Tang looks horrified. We're not making music videos, she says, grimacing. Surely we can meet somewhere in the middle. Mars turns her head so she can kiss Tang on the cheek. The buzz of Tang's nose goes pink as her eyes dart to humility. Every band needs a bass player, Mars croons. Oh, or a guitarist. I'm not sure that's a thing, but alright. Tang shudders with her whole body, dislodging Mars for giggles and relax. Okay, Mars says, let's be serious here. Tang's right. We have to do something that proves we learned everything about this subject that's worth knowing. Mars is right too, Tang admits. There's no shame on relying on her charisma. You mean my good looks? Mars asks, flipping her hair over her shoulder. Tang looks down at her hollow palm and smiles. Truly, what's better than gals being pals? In the end, you agreed to record a news segment about the colony's war on nature. What spin are you giving your news report? Yeah, let's go with just the facts. Okay, let's push through. It was stressful, but it's, like the final humanities project for school. Final projects in high school are going to be like this. You, Tang, and Mars pour everything you have into your final project. It's a hit. You even post on the colony message board and get tons of comments and even a few kudos. It's grateful to know that something you've written is being enjoyed by the people you love. Is this why Order of Poets wrote so much? Al smiles at you. Congratulations, you three. As an Earth poet once said, if you don't know where you've come from, you don't know where you're going. Learning is a lifelong journey, he says, so feel free to audit this class whenever you'd like. Good. Any increased persuasion I have is potentially useful. That's potentially useful. I mean, I'm not normally particularly keen on the auto one though, so I suppose if I'm really stuck, yeah. Your dad is completely drenched from the seasonal rains out in the fields far from any shelter. Hey, Stardust, it is that's enough for you? Oh, I was hoping we'd have more to say to yourself. Well, that's okay, you know. We don't have to. Let's do something that will increase our empathy. Why not? Because there isn't really very much. This increases our empathy. Today you're tutoring Nougat. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I didn't know that she ages as well. Fair enough. And a couple of younger kids in 8th and Earth geography. They're learning names of the countries by pointing to them on maps and saying a few facts about them. It seems kind of pointless to memorize places these kids will never see, but it's not like you could teach them much about for a Tumblr geography yet. We're still discovering it. Billions of people, Nougat says, skeptically squinting at a hollow projects of Earth. How did they fit everyone into one little crowd with all the trees and animals and stuff? Was it like one big city? Yeah, she's gonna learn the truth eventually. It's nice to live in ignorance, but Nougat's going to learn the truth just like you did in humanities class. You tell her life on Earth was brutal and hard. Humanity destroyed the environment and fought over what was left. There were no trees or animals left. Not as many as there should have been anyway. Most people are poor, hungry and sick, and the ones who weren't kept all the nice things for themselves. At least your parents were lucky to escape on the stratospheric, and you were lucky to be born on it. You're all lucky to be here now, no matter what, at least the tunnel is into Earth. Nougat looks bewildered. She doesn't really watch Hello Vids, only cheerful ones for kids that don't address Earth's decline, so she had no idea. But they still had really, really tall buildings, right, to fit all the people's yes? You sigh and tell her that they did, and she knows and satisfies and goes back to her schoolwork. I mean, yes, I'm sure that they did. Okay. Well, I don't want to waste. Okay. I don't want to waste. That's good. I don't want to waste the once per month auto cards thing on this. So yeah, we've already had that. The view from the building during glow is absolutely breathtaking. The warm house seems to smother the sky like a swirling jewel-toned ball pressing down on the gloom. Everything in the wilderness is lit up and seems to breathe in and out with the planet like one living creature made of stars. It's beautiful. You almost forget how dangerous it is. I mean, might as well do that. I increased my friendship with these. You're just putting your boots on to grab dinner in the lounge when you hear the colony's sirens begin to wail. It's the yearly attack. Ugh, they haven't even waited until you ate dinner. Rude. Outside your window, you watch the colony defense begin to mobilize. Your hollow palm chimes with the usual minus four civilian colonists outdoors, which is why I will be joining the defense. You head to Gus and grab a Plas rifle, then report to the front. Chief Red looks surprised to see you, but assigns you to a squad with an enemy and tells you to get up on the walls and do your best. On the other side of the walls is xenos than you've seen in one place ever. They sieve out of the forest, large and small, herbivores and predatory, fungal and otherwise, flying, crawling, hopping towards the colony with a single-minded determination. Most probably something to do with the gardeners, who I suspect are not happy about us being here. The air fills with a phew, phew of laser turrets and the crackle of plasma rifles. The enemy's front line collapses only to be replaced by more xenos, just as many as before, if not more. There's no end to it. The firebreak turns into a graveyard of dead and dying alien bodies, wave after wave crawling over the corpses until they royal at the base of the walls like foam on a wave when it hits the shore. You hear the walls creaking underneath you, but they hold strong. There's no sun to set and glow, but night falls on the battlefield without any break in the fighting. Your fingers begin to cramp from pulling the trigger of your plasma rifle. Finally, you're relieved by the second guard shift. You walk straight in the gas and right into a dreamless sleep. You awaken 6 hours later for your next shift. The kitchens have provided the soldiers with pressed soy rations and hot black tea, which you grab them and make your way back to walls to survey the carnage of the night. As you arrive, your holopalm lights up with a priority message. Security personnel, we're under siege, the security chief says, getting right to the point. On Earth, sieges were used to break a city by starvation or drought. We have plenty of food and water. Guards will take 6 hours. On, 6 off. So long as we keep the xenos on the other side of the wall, we can hold them off for days, weeks even. Weeks? Everyone exchanges exhausted looks. He pauses and adds, we can do this. We're stronger than them and we're not going anywhere. You and the other soldiers fall into a fitful rhythm, alternating shifts on the walls with brief snippets of sleep. Gunfire becomes the soundtrack of your days, which begin to smear together like paste. An enemy in particular is suffering. See volunteers for relief shifts, sometimes putting doubles or triples on the wall. You cut some mechanically shoveling soy porridge into a mouth before seeming to fall asleep, sitting up. A minute later, she jolts awake as someone's spoon clatters against their bowl. Tempers grow short as fatigue sets in. 6 days passed. You're on shelf watching the xenos batter themselves against the walls. You feel your eyes unfocused at the sheer, formless horde of them. All these days they still haven't reached the colony. Sometimes they even seem to retreat, being backwards and reforming somewhere else. It's behaviour you've never seen before. A group of monsters breaks from the tree line, nothing new except for one of them. One of the xenos looks different than the others, almost humanoid. What is that thing? The creature looks suspiciously like a person, at least from the waist up. Down below, it's a lumbering chimera vaguely reminiscent of a face that's wrapped in tattered bits of flesh and bony protrusions. Something like hair flutters behind it as it turns and looks right at you with an unnerving, malevolent intelligence. You rub your eyes. Yeah, it's still there. It approaches to the base of the wall, and the other monster surges forward on to pound against the gates. Go to hell, Noctilucent. You remember its name, their name, a gardener, part of an ancient alien defense system, one that doesn't know when to stop. They look at you in surprise and seem as if they're going to approach the wall and say something. Then an enemy puts a bullet through their chest. Noctilucent reels and falls back into the crowd of monsters. I mean, it's not dead because we know the gardeners can't die, but it's gone for the moment. What the hell was that? An enemy demands and covers her eyes with her hand. Never mind, I don't even want to know. This siege better end soon. I'm starting to see shit, Solana. I swear that thing had a face. Finally, after the 6th day of the siege, you look down on the sights of your plasma rifle and see a curious thing. The monsters are retreating. As you gather with the other soldiers in the colony square, your holopalm lights up with a priority announcement from Governor Lum. Very then, attackers have been defeated, he says. The siege have ended. Lum smiles broadly and puffs out his chest. Another year, another win. You're welcome, Governor. You're welcome, humanity. Yeah, were you doing double shifts, Lum? You're welcome? You hear? And see Chief Threat nearby, looking livid. What did he do? He ranks to security officers, waits out there like an idiot with his honor guard, defends strategically unsound positions, put himself in danger so he had to save his overstuffed ass. His soldiers all shift uncomfortably, but no one disagrees. And when it actually needed him, Matt continues to take his 12-hour beauty rest while the rest of us slog through endless shifts. The soldiers are exhausted from the siege, so the crowd on the square disperses quickly. Only a few Helios remain, covertly filming Rhett while he continues to rail against them. That's not a good, that doesn't look good for him. On the horizon, the first waves of crap streak the sky with lavender. You watch Utopia's reclamation crew head out through the gates to begin vaporizing xeno corpses for their component molecules. That night you have terrible dreams. You imagine you're sieging the colony, that your crews are crawling in the mud on your bay, that you use crackle of plasma fire arching overhead. With your talon claws you rip into walls like they're made of clay, stuffing choking handfuls of it in your mouth. In a moment of lucidity you try to pull the clay from your throat, but no matter how hard you pull it just never stops. You jolt awake when you realize you're pulling your own guts out of your throat. Just a dream. You're shaking, coated in film with terror sweat, your heart pounding. You don't find sleep again before dawn break. Just seeing if there's anyone feels like talking. I don't think there is. Okay, let's get our persuasion up a bit more. We're approaching the time when that will be very useful. Which I know is taking a long time, but it's going to be helpful at some point, I think. One of your assignments this month is to study the internet, which is sort of like a proto-holo archive, but a lot smaller and more slow. People didn't even have it implanted into their hollow palms. The best part of the maths is that you discover something called a meme, and subsequently endanger all of your friendships by sending people contextless pictures with weird text on them. You just tell them the guess they had to be there. Sometimes the ends justify the memes. Okay. Let's push through. You're all out of bed at noon because you're allowed to, because it's your birthday, but also because you're exhausted. You barely slept at all last night. You've been having these nightmares since the siege, more and more every night, like they're trying to tell you something urgent. You can't make any sense of it. All the imagery is jumbled together, all these possibilities and timelines and things that might happen. Some nights when you wake up in a cold sweat, a scream already in your throat. You sit on the edge of your bed, run a hand through your hair and check your hollow palm. A few people wish you happy birthday, but that's it. You guess you're getting older. Birthdays aren't as important as they used to be. Oh man, right, so there's going to be a surprise party waiting for you in the lounge. It was in one of your dreams. You remember it because one of the few ones that didn't involve people dying or the colony being destroyed. But you're so tired. Do you really have to do this? Yeah. You almost make it too. Whilst Katsu sneaking out through the cafeteria's back exit pulls aside. OMG, Solana, I was just looking for you, she exclaims. She leans in and lowers her voice. Look, I know you don't like surprises, she whispers, so I figured I'd warn you before we go in. Everyone's in the lounge to wish you a happy birthday. You try to pull away, but Mars tugs you back and shushes you. No, come on, Solanus, she begs. Please just pretend, okay? Living here is such a downer with the war and everything. Can't you just help me keep everyone's spirits up? Okay, I'll go. As you enter the lounge, surprise! You do your best to pearl on and act surprised. Woo, streamers, balloons, great. All of your friends are standing around, wearing goofy hats and clapping. Naomi's holding a bunch of balloons larger than they are, and Wax is wearing a cute little waiter's outfit with a bow tie. You sub their hugs and birthday wishes, trying to hide your exhaustion, and demurring with a few pointed, all this for me? You shouldn't have. No, really? Carl brings over a hollow screen with a video call from Tammy. She looks exhausted but proud, and in her hands is a tiny white bundle of baby. Look, Solana, she says. Echinacea just missed your birthday by a day. You coo over the baby girl and wish Tammy a speedy recovery. She looks even more tired than you are, but everyone is healthy and happy. It's best for Cal. He takes a hollow screen for a few minutes after you're done so he can obsess over Tammy's new baby, even though it's probably not supposed to be related to Echinacea. He's every bit the proud daddy. When he returns to the party, so happy he sounds like a total dork. He tells everyone about the new baby, beaming so proudly for Tammy that they can probably take readings from Earth. Despite your exhaustion, you start to smile too. Your friends are so amazing, and they're all here because they care about you. Then you get some unexpected guests. The lounge begins to fill with Helio kids, mostly ones you don't know. The ones who usually keep to themselves, and don't much like you as no stratospheric kids. Face and an enemy are with them, his arm draped over his shoulders. An enemy gives you a little wave of acknowledgement for your birthday, which earns a weird look from Vice. Yeah, sorry, Vice, but birthdays happen, you know. I was friends with an enemy at one point. Hey, who invited you guys? Cal says, stepping forwards with his hands clenched. This is a private party. It's a public lounge, Vice replies. We can sit wherever we want. Cal stomps right into the middle of Helios. You guys think that just because you fell to the sky, you're the mumhouse gift of the autumna, he spits out. We don't need you. We never needed you. All you do is make things worse, like this party. You've rarely seen Cal so ready for a fight. He doesn't seem to care that the body language of the Helio kiss has changed from cocky to dangerous. You're just a bunch of fascists, Cal continues. You and Lum. The lounge erupts. Tears screech across the floor as the Helios jump to their feet, yelling at Cal, calling the colony illegal and Cal a fugitive. They just swim around, but Cal plants his feet and stands his ground. You hear a bottle breaking and see someone advancing on Cal. He's not backing down. I wish I could ask an enemy to make them stop. Or punch someone myself. I won't actually mind doing that. I don't really want to start chanting fight. But again, I really kind of agree with Cal here. But I am an adult, and I don't think anything good's gonna come of this, so stop it. Your voice is drowned out by the argument. Then someone throws a punch, it's all chaos from there. Didn't do much good anyway. Despite Cal's bravado and brawny physique, he's no fighter. One of the Helio kids socks him in the stomach. He goes down like a felled gnarl tree. Rex throws himself between Cal and his assailants, catches a few kicks on Cal's behalf before the Helios get tired and leave, with a few parting shots at Cal's alleged romantic attractions with the float cows. Face doesn't get involved, but he doesn't stop them either. He's the last to leave the lounge, staring hard at Rex before smirking and turning away. Rex helps Cal to his feet. First time, huh? He says, dusting off Cal's clothes. Don't worry, they're probably got it out of her system. Good on you for sticking up for yourself. Aunt May lingers at a distance, clearly angry at Cal but feeling bad about the fight. Well, Mars exclaims, clapping her hands. That was enough excitement, I think. Let's move on to the important part, cake and presents. Under Mars's skillful party-hosting hand, the mood shifts back to festive. You enjoy your presents and your cake, but tensions boil over. Boiling over like that is a bad omen for the rest of the year. And, my voice is getting tired. I am going to end the episode there. I will see you next time.